Well, I think the Brand Z list, the top 100, the whole study, the analytics behind it, I think are really important in our industry. I used it a lot when I was at Procter Gamble. I urge my clients now to use it, and not just to scan it to see if they're up or down or what their value is, but actually to look behind it. What's the why? And there's a lot of good analysis and a lot of good content behind this list. And to kind of hold your own brand, your own team, have a conversation with them about these brands and what the learning is behind them and how are we living up to that. There's the top 10 pieces of learning from the first 10 years. And engage in that. Talk about that with your team. Good things will happen when you do that. So I think the study is very important. When I wrote my book about purpose and ideals and how that drives growth, I used this database. And because I wanted it to be credible. I wanted it to be credible with CFOs and CEOs. So I think it's really important. I wish it had even more distribution. I wish the financial community read it as deeply as the marketing community. I think that's a big opportunity for us. And the data is clear. The returns on these brands are way better than the S&P 500 or the MSCI. Way better.
So making brands is a little different than what had been traditionally the roadmap for Procter & Gamble. The way things change now with social media, the different consumer attitudes. What are the opportunities and challenges to brand building today?
Well, I think brand building at its fundamental hasn't changed. You have to understand what the brand means to people. You have to understand your purpose. You have to understand the people that you're serving. You have to build a culture of consumer, closeness and people who want to make a difference in the lives of their consumers. You just have to. That's been at the core of great brands forever, and it's more important now than ever because we can amplify it more. So I think those fundamentals haven't changed, and I do find a lot of companies they lose sight of that. They get sort of consumed by the activity that is possible now, and they don't ask those really simple, powerful questions. I think we heard from Linda at GE tonight, how important that is. So I think those are the fundamentals, and then after that, we have all kinds of ways to engage with people. I mean, we have such rich potential to communicate what we're about and to engage in conversations than we ever had before. So, and the great brands are getting much more open, much more inclusive, much more generous about sharing things, and I think they're becoming better because of that.